Hello everybody and welcome back to streaming and stuff and all the goodies. We're in PowerWash Simulator 2 today. Basically, I'm working on a ton of things behind the scenes right now. The year-end video, a special project that I'm hoping to release before the end of the year, daily video uploads, etc., etc. So the basic idea was have a nice chill game till at least the end of the year. We'll play through the brand new PowerWash Simulator 2 campaign. If you're watching on Twitch, drop a follow. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, all those fun things. And let's get into it. And hopefully the chat box works. If not, I'm not afraid to make it go away. So we did the demo. We posted a video on the demo a while ago now. And here we go. Okay. Great news. Further moved in. The removals vans moved to the wash bay. Okay, so this is exactly what we did in the prologue. So that's cool. So if you haven't seen that video, enjoy this. If you have, well, enjoy this anyway. There was something I needed to do. Dirt color green. Gameplay. Controls. Classic. There we go. Alright, classic controls. So we gotta do this again. So there are a fair bit of differences to this game now, which is pretty neat. Hopefully everything is going well audio-wise. I would have preferred being able to skip the tutorial because I did it in the prologue, but that's okay. We'll just get this done as quick as we can here. Ready to see what weird and wacky things happen in the campaign here in Muckingham. I have been tackling some of the extra jobs on the first PowerWash Simulator in my free time, which at the moment I don't have a ton of, but it's a nice little stress release when I have a moment. Have a quick nose around your new crib, it's even bigger than I remember, so I see what you're going to fill it with. I remember the message being a lot harder to get to in the prologue, so that's a nice change. Back to the classic style. Kind of hit that whole stretch right there from this distance. Remember, you gotta get up in there. You gotta get down there. And it's, yeah, there's more out there. Let's clear this all away. What things can I talk about here? Sunday streams are going to be resuming, but probably not till the new year. Or at least closer to the end of this one. I got really busy with life stuff on Sundays, and now I'm using it to work on all those special things I mentioned. Just more time to work on things for the channel. Gonna start putting the word out for you everywhere I go. Thank you, Harper. Appreciate you. But I do fully intend to bring back Sunday streams. You're gonna get jobs coming in from all over. So if you saw the video I did on the prologue, there is massive amounts of map additions. You know my good business. You know how good my business names are. Alright, we're missing right up the slot there. Perfect. Change washers. Oh. I have more than one washer, right? Cool. Yeah, that's where we're at, okay. I wonder which nozzle's better. I have no idea. I like the new water animations. You can see it running off the surface, which I think is really neat. A little bit of added realism that isn't, like, necessary, but it's a nice touch. Okay, let's just head up top there. I suppose if I... Whoop. Well, there's the soap. The new additions with the soap is pretty neat, too. It's now... It stays on the surface and you clean it separately. Which is pretty neat. And it's now free as well, like the water. It doesn't cost money for soap. It's like I said in my review of the prologue, it seems like they took everything that worked well in PowerWash Simulator 1 and just plussed it up. The core gameplay mechanic is still a ton of fun, very relaxing, and they just made little improvements here and there. I might soap up. Word up, people, Caldera County's premier power washer is back up and running. Yeah, so instead of just the one city, we are now very much in service of the whole county. Your grubby house brings stink eye from the neighbors. Every time the car feels like water shame, hit us up. Camilla Jackson. Oh, that's actually good to know, thanks. Alright, let's go off the soap. This is how the soap works. And then you just wash off the soap. Again, a more realistic how that stuff works. So you can, like, run through and soap up everything before you start water, but I'm probably just gonna play it by ear and do a mix of things depending on how I feel about it. It's cool that this year, in 25, been able to record and stream a lot of new titles. I guess 24 and 25. I've really been able to be on top of things, which is super cool. So the soap also... So this is different from the prologue, where the soap seems to only cling to the dirty areas, which is pretty interesting, too. In the prologue, they just kind of sat everywhere with it. Like, everywhere you sprayed stayed soapy, which was fine, but it's kind of cool, that adjustment as well. And I don't seem to remember, if I'm being honest, I don't seem to remember getting grief from the glass before. So that's another adjustment they seem to have made here. But I like that the soap only clings to the dirt now, so you can really see what you miss. Just a new way to figure out what you missed. I think that's really neat. Fast approaching the conclusion of this job. The wheel arch done, the wheel arch is done, okay. I saw that IGN released a new little featurette for Jurassic Park Survival yesterday. I hope that game comes out in 26. That will be an easy shoe-in for my most anticipated game, if it does. Why are we locked in here? And, mates. We're locked in somewhere else, too. Locked in right in there. Well, I just parkoured straight off the edge. Up, please. Well, let me spray the cat. Interesting. I wonder why that's something they don't allow. I would have more expected them to just, you know, not do anything. I guess, you know, like animal cruelty and stuff, I don't want to encourage that, but I figured they just, nothing would happen. Winding down on the test job here. We missed something with a bumper as well. That the final thing locks in is really interesting too. There we go. Is this Muckham's premier power washer rinse on repeat? Greetings from Detergento, where we need you to cleansify an unexpected discovery. This was also part of the prologue, this next job. The next job was very interesting, so... I wish I had known that you couldn't skip the prologue part. Just enthralled by her sparklings removal van, she says she'll give you first dibs on any furniture she comes across. Keep an eye out for any new items appearing in the shop. It's all pure restoration. It's pretty dirty. I'm sure you're okay. I told you it'd all come together. Let's go to home base. Let's see what's changed from the prologue to now in home base. Lots of cats. Pet Bubbles. Ulysses was the mayor's cat. Pet all 3 cats. Those are my cats. Ah, this is how you access free play. So there's a lot of story beats in this game. There's all this stuff talking about, yeah, the billionaire and aliens, the missing cats, the mayor, the Pacific people, the Buckingham merman. Alarm. This is right where we were working. This is right here. I hear a car. It's a dope place for power wash services. Okay, next, the public facility. Well, let's see if we can't get our red suit. Well, we got the red helmet. Yeah, we need to build Gaston, of course. So we now have that bad boy. Yeah, that felt worth it. Equip an item of clothing. I did, thank you. So there's all this new stuff too. So there's new nozzles. There's like a big floor thing too. Furniture. Van cosmetics too, that's awesome. 100p for that. Yeah. Yes, there's like the big rotary disc. This one's got the triple nozzle. Double turbo nozzle. Crazy stuff going on here. Provides power to medium. Okay, so we should be using the urban. Yeah, so we should be upgrading to the urban. There's the turbo nozzle. Okay, next job. Detergento, where the past meets the future to manifest a present that we can all live with. I think, nice trick. A thing happened to us the other day when I asked my colleague to do a deep dive inventory on public facilities with Pascal for Revolutionary to be installed in 2003, but that was almost really forgot assumed to be a bench. Whole thing is just pure detergento. Fortunately, we did this job as well. Let's get it done. Oh, 2. Ah, so I do have... An adaptable nozzle is pretty cool. That's fascinating. Should be a nice quick job, eh? Yeah, you wish. The adaptable nozzle is such a cool idea. Just put a min and a max and let the user decide what they want to do. That's awesome. That was not something that I had in the prologue. Whether it was in there or not, and I just didn't bother to look in the shop, which is entirely possible. This beside the point that I didn't know this was a thing, and it's awesome. I can't wait to get the rotary cleaner. I don't know if I'll like it more because it's like doing melee stuff compared to ranged on PowerWash Sim, but I think it'll be cool. I don't think I have a longer nozzle. No, this is it. My fingers slipped off the home space of wows. Here we go. Surprise! It's a bathroom. But I gotta unlock that knowledge. And we'll do the floor last. New job is available. Power services were camped down the middle of nowhere and in one heap. Filthy trouble, can you help? So that's our first new job coming up. Campsite worth 600. Even though we saw this in the prologue and in that PowerWash 2 demo video, yeah, demo, not prologue, that would make more sense to call it that. We are going to finish this job just so it's done and dusted and I don't have to worry about it anymore. And then we'll be able to watch the plot unfold around me. For whatever the creative minds behind this series comes up with. Looks like we're really gonna need some soap along the bottom of the frame here. This will be interesting too. Alright. It is interesting to see what changes were made. Designed by local visionary Nadia Vonnegut, the pop-up restroom was designed to only appear when needed. Relying on state-of-the-art camera systems and kinetic motion sensors buried deep within the sidewalk, it would detect from the gate of passers-by when relief is required and pop up in the nick of time. Oftentimes, it knew even before they did. Not creepy at all. It's gonna be Elon Musk's next product. The pop-up bathroom. See if we can get a little more pressure on this. There we go. Being able to adapt it on the fly is really cool. I'm not entirely sure how handy it is. So I was just having fun doing the widest for most coverage, and then I narrow the field a bit, and I'm all of a sudden cleaning stuff that I wasn't able to before. So is it really worth it to use the adaptable if it gives you like more chance to be wrong with the type of nozzle you're using and not as effective? It's really interesting though. If I had it on a more powerful washer, I think I'd like it more. But at the same time, why wouldn't you use it when you can just fine-tune it however you want? It's the whole freedom of choice debate, really. Is it easy or is it not? That worked out nicely for me. Sure, in Caldera County you gotta deal with weird mayors and weird mer people, but you get, like, sunny days more often than not, so, you know, worth it. Now the fun part, we gotta clean all this mess. Doesn't that just look like so much fun? They've actually changed the color of some of the dirt in here, which is a nice touch. We're going to start with the ceiling, because that's my least favorite thing to do in this game, is working above me. So we'll start with the ceiling. Hey Wishy, just heard that the fire chief's dog has gone missing, so it's dogs this time instead of cats. I think I said that last time too. But if I remember in the demo, I think the dog gets found pretty quick. Hello, bar. Panic over, fire chief just left the back gate of Vulcan's home now. Yeah, that's right. It's like the bait and switch, setting up the from missing cats to missing dogs, and I'm like, nah, it's all good. The real plot is not that. And I don't think the demo actually hinted at what the real plot might be, now that I think about it. Not that the plot is super important in PowerWash Simulator, the gameplay is the most important. But it is interesting to see how it all unfolds. So. Nice. Nice. Ooh, nice. I'm making about the exact same time I did in the demo. It's that video recording. The video recording was about an hour because it included exploration. And the final video is going to be pretty similar to what this section of this stream is going to end up being, I think, which is kind of fun. Yeah, the whole changing table has to be done. But you know what? We're rocking it right now. We're moving through it well. Let's get... I like going panel by panel. It's very satisfying to do it that way. We will lower the change table as soon as we get a ping from this panel. Stubby here. Perfect. Wait, someone's only gone and added a restroom extension below the grubby open bench on Equinox Boulevard. Yeah, that's what it is. Just a restroom expansion. Iconic. Already feeling the need. This is not so Judy. Hey, I'm not done. This ain't poop with friends time, okay? Let me do my job. Then you psychos can do whatever you want. Now, as you can probably guess, the toilet takes a fair bit of doing because of all the angles. I do like the ability to just pop down to the single-handed. Nice. Like the freedom of switching nozzles extension. I like that a lot. Basically, as I said in my review for the demo, there's a lot to like and pretty much nothing to dislike in this title. The only exception being if you don't like cleaning or non-action games. That'll be the only way to have complaints about this title specifically. It missed an inner wall top as well. Make sure we power wash the toilet paper. We have to make sure the toilet paper is clean. Water definitely won't ruin it. I don't know what you're talking about. It's rock beats paper, not water beats paper. Awesome. Here comes that 90% completion. Coming at you at the speed of sound. Yeah, what about the light? Mirror light's good. Perfect. Perfect. Just like that, we're almost done. Finish these last couple of panels. Then we'll tackle the floor. It'll be a done deal. Get the inner floor perimeter. Which almost got done just by association with everything else I was up to. There it is. Let's finish the job. complete. Decepticon visor. Rinson, you'll be delighted to learn that the public facilities Kinetic sensors have been updated and specifically reintegrated into our public convenience network just in time for our upcoming Equinox Festival. That's got to be important. Stay with confidence, you'll be hearing from us again. Tessa. Return to home base. We're going to do this periodically and see how things shape out. There we go. So there's that one done. Furniture unlocked. Yeah, I'm more interested in buying stuff for me. Let's get the red suit. I've already got the yellow gloves that I want. We'll do green boots because I like green. I like that. Let's upgrade. I want a light duty washer and all the attachments at the same time. There we go. Wait, did I sell it? You can sell things. That's interesting. Alright, so that's the maxed out Urban UX. So now we'll save it for the Prime Vista. This one does have a rotary tool. Oh, this is the only one with rotary tools. Oh. We'll save up for that one, because it's not only is it cheaper, it's kind of interesting. Look forward to seeing how that works. I don't have enough for Green Van. I'm using this one. There's no colors available for it. That's fine. That's fine. Furniture, alright. Future rug. Now, if I remember correctly, I can now place furniture. E. Yeah, so we did this as well. So let's get everything we had in the prologue done. I'm sure power washing fabric has no negative repercussions in this universe. Although I'm pretty sure it has negative repercussions in the real world. Don't try this at home. I also need to remember to start signing things Gmod's got before I clean it. That was a gimmick of the first game's streams. Bring back the old jokes. Let's take the couch. We'll do a nice corner placement. Is that clipped into something? Don't like that. Yeah, that's not bad. So this is new. Let's get this stuff. Like I said, there's a lot of vomit on this thing. Finish the job. What are we missing? The edges. There we go. And then, lastly, the retro rug. Well, this one cleans a lot faster. Wow-wee. Way less effort on that one. Let's take this bad boy upstairs. Oh, can't go in there. Huh. Okay, can't decorate upstairs. Only down. Only down. Access story jobs via the country map in the upstairs office. In the home base, select a job using the job map. Here's the campsite. Vicky Mitchell, let me know when you found the place. We've already headed for home. Camping's definitely not for us. A pair of boggy sprogs and one grubby hubby were in no mood to hang about. Know what I mean? Not really. Grubby hubby might be husband, but boggy sprogs. Don't really know what else to say. Suppose the muck tells its own story, don't it? Sure does, buddy. New zone! Yeah, this is definitely different than the last part. So we do have the extra long extension. Which I don't really think I need the extra long. I think even that's going to be too much for me personally. So let's short extension. Let's clean away. Like a trail here. Yeah, I had a feeling that would be where I get hard stopped. Bubbles. So I'm bringing the cats with me. I'm sure that idea won't backfire at all. Now, am I a giant, or is this just the smallest shed known to man? Funny thing is, all they have to do to really concern me is throw in another person at some point. I will be so thrown off at visually seeing another person. They can get away with a whole lot. just from that simple thing. There we go. 2. Not 2. 3. I already know this thing's gonna be a pain. All the indentations. Well, we didn't really need that. Oh, it was merciful. How wonderful. The shed is done. Awesome. Lantern. Perfect. Axe and stump. Chopping block. Oh. There we go. Lantern. Telescope stool. It's actually a super nice stool. I like that a lot. Very carefully carved. I like that. It's a weird shaped cabin. Telescope. Hey, I'm rotating that. That's kind of cool. Same thing I said about the couch. I'm sure power washing a telescope will have no negative impact on the telescope at all. Alright, barbecue. All in all, pretty quaint little setup, this campsite. I've tried camping before. It was tent camping specifically. Wasn't a big fan. Didn't hate it, but it didn't do anything for me. Cabin camping could be interesting. Where you kind of got it set up like this with, like, everything you need in a small little cabin, and that could be interesting. Is that everything for the barbecue? Looks like it might be. Oh, there was something. Barbecue hood right there. There we go. Yeah, alright. Lantern. The interactable physics kind of rocks. I like that a lot. What's the status on this frame? Frame good. Frame all done. Nice. This reminds me of the backyard in the first game that had the pond with all the rocks. Did I nail that? No. I cleaned something else. Oh, is this all part of the same unit? No, it isn't. Oh, each one's an individual piece. That's not what I was expecting. Alright. Makes sense, I just didn't see it coming. So we'll tackle the top and then we'll hit up the sides and bottoms just like that. Fascinating, fascinating, fascinating. Camping is just like, it's just something else, huh? It's almost like you're living in some lawless wilderness. Takehouse is more, for example, I thought I'd make us pots of delicious porridge to eat after mushroom picking in the woods. You guys got sick, didn't you? Oh, you're gonna leave me hanging on that? I gotta wait to hear the rest of that story? Dang, man. Alright, tackle the benches. The launches. And we'll get right behind the benches too, we'll drag it right out. Be like a simultaneous approach to this. There's one bench. And let's section it off and clean everything in its little section. And it'll probably be the most satisfying to do it that way. Oh, even this is in smaller sections. Okay. It keeps surprising me. Keeps counting things the way I'm not expecting them to be counted. Which is probably for the best, you know. Not entirely sure where the seam is for that one. But I feel pretty confident in like having this section here done. Hula box. I will point out this is not an openable cooler box. It is just a cooler box. wrap up this section. Looking pretty sharp. Tackle this bad boy. Interesting that I've done all these little jobs, and that's only 38% of it. Can I open the door? No, it is just exterior. Now let's do the steps. These should be fairly easy. Should have checked what the achievements were, because sometimes there was one where you got an achievement for doing the steps first. On the, I think it was the backyard actually, the one I was talking about earlier. But, you know, if I ever feel like achievement hunting, I can go back and do these things. I haven't achievement hunted a game in totality in a little bit. I did Outlaws in totality, which was a lot of work. Great Circle I will do on my own time so I can listen to the proper Indiana Jones score without copyright concerns. But when we got back from our walk, all our porridge had been eaten, even though hubby likes his stone cold and I like mine boiling hot. You mess with bears. To be fair, our kids' porridge was there for the taking, as they like theirs somewhere in the middle. You're just the story of the three bears. Am I gonna be jumped by the serial killer known as Gold E. Locks? There's a story that could be written. Wonder if somebody has adapted Goldilocks Three Bears as a horror story from the bear's perspective. That could be entertaining. From the creators of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. As odd as some of the design choices are, it is a nice cabin. Got some nice colors to it. It looks clean. Or at least it will look clean when I'm done. That's an important caveat to consider. There we go. Building your chimneys. Actually, that's a clever idea. I've never thought of that. That makes total sense. So nothing gets in your chimney, but the smoke still gets out? Great. That's a great idea. Ha 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 ha. Saw a little dirt in there, but I guess that counted as cleaning it, so that's all good. Now let's plunge down the other side a bit. How far can we get away with here? Probably this angle right here. And then the rest we can probably easily reach from the ground. There we go. I like how there's unapologetically a ton of content in PowerWash Simulator 1. And there likely will be in this game as well, with all the DLC, all the extra jobs, a big chunk of those things being free, and then some, like, niche collabs that are paid. It's really interesting. Tell you something else that's weird about camping. Out here, everything has legs, even the log. What on earth did you encounter in the woods, Groot? Or are you just never seen a root system before and freaking out over nothing? Questions you can only ask yourself in PowerWash Simulator. That's a pretty satisfying way to do that. The game's graphics look so good too, very high fidelity. And the first game didn't even look bad, this just looks better. Awesome. Let's tackle the front. That one went super well. Okay. Let's... finish the job here. Boom. I didn't equip my new stuff. I've just heard that we got our deposit back, and after watching that amazing vid, I'm not surprised. Incredible job. Thank goodness for you and that amazing portable power washer of yours. Hopefully the bear, or whatever it is, didn't wake up another and bother you. We left it sleeping in the lodge and didn't know whether to mention it or not. What the frick, dude? Reverse Goldilocks. So this is Harper's room, eh? I don't actually want to repeat it. It's just interesting that you can do that. Give me the red, give me the red, give me the green boots, because why not? Shop. Let's get that green van cosmetic, because I do be liking my green. Apply skin to your van. I just did. Washer cosmetics. None available. We can't afford the rotary tool. So it's like perfect for floors and bad for walls. I'm excited to see that in action. That's going to be very interesting. Alright, what's next? Art Deco house for 1,000. Wow. This will probably take us right to the end of the stream. So this is Trilobite Lodge. Apologies for how filthy it is. I've just got back from a dig in Alaska to find the house looking like this, and my other half, Karen, apparently vanished into thin air. It wouldn't be the first time. Whenever she gets a whiff of anything interesting, that's her gone for months. Interesting thing happening in the sky there. Is it missing women instead of missing cats this time? Or no, that's the merman I did. Okay, let's start down here. Oh. Oh, it can't even do walls. Oh, that's awesome. Alright, let's start with the path. Incredible tool. I love it a lot. I probably should have mentioned that the house is directly underneath the beam's path and in the firing line of the famous mermaid hump. I know a thing or two about that. Oh, it's crazy good. Look at that. It's amazing. Scissor lift? Awesome. I have a scissor lift. I shouldn't jump off. I won't get it back. Could have wasted the scissor lift for that entire level. I know this is rubbish on the edges, but look at how much surface area. Oh, it's so good. Okay. Let's get the edges done and then get back to the wonderful rotary tool. This all counts as path as well, so pretty much prevents me from having to get back into the nitty-gritty towards the end of the first part of this clean. Look at the tiger stripes. That's what it looks like, tiger stripes. More accurate, the tiger stripe raptors from the Lost World with that color scheme. Look at us go. The edge of the path. Almost completely done here. My own equipment getting in my way. There we go. Just gotta walk it and see what happens. It feels like I'm accomplishing so much more. And I absolutely want to get the extensions for this. Is it as satisfying? I'm not sure. But it's really neat. It'll be rubbish on corners or anything jagged. But I do quite like what it's got going on. I am seeing some imperfections in the clean. We'll just give it an extra swipe there. So my own player model's body is becoming a bit of an obstacle. It just runs up the wall so effortlessly. It's so elegant. I have been watching Spy X Family Season 3, so, you know. It isn't great at the corners and edges. But I like it a lot. Look at that, that's part of the path done right there. It does better at the corner and edges than I thought. They kind of thought of that. Which, if I'm being honest, is a little disappointing. And I'll explain why. I love it, and the fact that it works. However, it would have been interesting. Personally, I love the beam's gentle hum, but it drove Karen to distraction. Actually, maybe that's why she's not here. It's always a Karen. Anyway, what I was saying is, it would have been interesting if there was a tool that is so good, like this one, but it's not practical for your job and you can't just catch-all use it. Because this feels like I could pretty much catch-all use this. Look at that. So, like, why would I do anything else? Until, like, late game stuff. Just an interesting take from me. Like, this thing covers so much so easily. And the path is pretty forgiving, to be fair, as well. I found your door. the knob a separate piece? I suppose not. Oh, it's so good though. Like, I know I just gave a little critique about it being a little too good, but it is so good. Like, why would I ever use anything else when I've got this much power at my disposal? Like, I guess it is a little rough on the corners, but it's just got so much coverage that even that's not really an issue. Like, look at that. It's beautiful. Except for, I guess, like, up in there. But then jumping just... So, like, maybe if it were me, if I had the powers that be in this game, I would have that you couldn't jump with the rotary tool, and it's rubbish on corners. So you have to get creative. You can use it for, like, easy to reach flat surfaces, but you gotta bring out the normal sprayer for corners and stuff. I 100% want to be able to get all of the extensions for this tool, though. It is so sick. Even to Windows. It does so good even to Windows. Like, you can even just do that. Oh, so good. Well, look at that. Power of this tool is incredible. In my opinion, this is the best part of the new game. And this tool feels even more game-changing than the triple barrel nozzle from the end of the first game. Like, this is insane. And I know I'm calling it a rotary tool when it technically isn't, because it is just spinning jets, but it feels like using a rotary tool. New job. Suddy Rich, fancy a shot at the movie business? Our star dog needs a good washing down before tomorrow. Oh, I was thinking it would be an actual dog. That would have been a new Pet Shop Simulator Prologue 2, or whatever that game was called. I think that's what it was called. I wonder the speed difference in doing it the classic way, doing it this way. This feels faster, but I wonder if it is. at the water coverage. It's so good. Window frame is missing. Because perhaps the frame counts as one whole thing. It's the only solution I've got. Beautiful house. So rad. I'm so blown away bringing out 80s terminology to describe how I feel. Yes, I have been rewatching Stranger Things for Season 5. How'd you know? Just think about how much easier this job would be if I had another extension. Like, as it is, it feels like I'm on Easy Street, but I could just imagine if, like, that corner reach there was guaranteed to hit. Absolutely insane. I mean, like, look at how effortless that is. It's so cool. Still got a big chunk of the house to go. That is beautiful. Position of where you're standing is more important using this thing. That is perhaps the only consideration and drawback I can foresee. And that ain't much. Probably should have been doing the roof as I went, but that's okay. We'll get it on the next pass round. Wait, where's the beam gone? Hey, something's changed. What happened? Or wasn't that beam keeping the volcano in check? Oh, there's no letter on the outside of that. I think it's relatively unlikely they'll just rehash the volcano plot. But I suppose it's possible. I think it'd be a little disingenuous if they just rehashed the volcano plot, so I don't think that's it. Oh, shoulder hurts. I must have been sitting in a weird way. Ooh, 35%. So what are we looking at for the canopy? So it doesn't seem to be as good for stuff like that. So let's just go ahead and nail this. It probably would be just fine at that with a longer extension. But for now, let's break out this bad boy and get the job done. Then we'll whip out the rotary tool back up top and it'll be great. The audio profile just changed. It was still giving me rotary tool sound effects, now it's giving me the washer sound effect. let's get a bit of a longer reach on this. A bit of a wider spread. Let's get the job done. Scissor lift is so cool. We definitely took the money from the previous game and reinvested into the business. So the trim's not done on that one. Probably got cleaned up from above. Probably like the overhangs and stuff that I can't reach anyway. But then like that one goes fine, and I get confused. Why did that one go fine, but that one did not? Alright, let's get up there. Take a look. Using, of course, the scissor lift. Oh. What the freak? That explains a couple things, I think. Jeff Jefferson the 8th. How do, Dirt Finder? It's been a while. Big job for your giant impact. Billboard, the greatest announcement in the history of our county. He's back. Hide your kids, hide your wives, hide your cats. The mayor's back. Throwing a lot of jobs at me early on here. Bizarre. Whatever this is can't be cleaned by this. There's the side canopy done. As I was hoping it would. So things went awry on those curves. So that's all neatened up now. Let's head back round. Every now and then I get a finger twitch and stuff like that happens. Well, this is proving effective at cleaning up my misses. This ain't working too bad to get the edge here. There's a trilobite on the wall there. I'm like trying to hug the wall for as close to that edge as I can get. Sorry, I have a bigger brush. I have a bigger brush, didn't know that. Nice. Alright, so I have a bigger brush. Looks like they made the scaffolding easier to run with too, which is nice. I'm gonna hit up this one here. Kind of see how it goes. No, I don't think it's even close. Pardon the dove. Yeah, I think its effectiveness is not even close to that of the rotary tool. Albeit the rotary tool is a little more unwieldy. But even still. I don't think it's close. Alright, back to the rotary tool. Issue is definitely how much room I have here. To be able to drive the scissor lift around, that'd be cool. Drive mechanics and PowerWash Sim. Look at my green van. Aye. I almost just missed. So another flaw with the rotary tool is when you're in tight. Soap not being an extra charge is great. One of the best quality of life things they could have done. This is some stubborn stuff, though. My goodness. Now there is some form of limitation to how much soap you have. I just don't know what it is yet. So I figure let's take down as much as we can. And then see what soaps we might need, stuff like that. Narrowing the beam definitely helped there. Giving a bit of a more concentrated dose. Narrowing the beam was difference maker here as well. Which we are more than happy to have a nice simple solution like that. Awesome. time check. It's almost 1. Can we save our progress? Yes, we can. So we'll save this one here. Ooh. And we will see if we can figure out how to leave the game. How do you leave the game? Interesting. I do not want to reset unfinished tasks. Let's see here. Session type, interesting. How do you get to the main menu? There it is. I had a hard time with that. Alright, so we'll pick that one up next time and continue from there. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching on Twitch, drop a follow, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.